A long, long time ago, in ancient Greece, there was a young woman of incomparable beauty. Her name was Medusa. Her golden hair fell in waves over her shoulders, and her eyes shone like stars in the night. But she was not only beautiful, but also kind. Medusa served as a priestess in the majestic temple of Athena, the goddess of wisdom and war. As a faithful follower, Medusa dedicated her life to serving the goddess, helping pilgrims who came seeking advice and comfort. He had also sworn eternal chastity to her as part of his service. However, Medusa's fate would take a tragic turn, as her beauty did not go unnoticed. From distant lands, men from all over traveled just to contemplate it, captivated by its splendor. Among them was Poseidon, the powerful god of the seas, who was fascinated by her. Poseidon, powerful and arrogant, desired Medusa, and one day, in a fit of desire, he broke into Athena's temple and took her by force. Medusa tried to resist, but no mortal could challenge a god. Athena, upon discovering what happened, did not punish Poseidon, but Medusa, the goddess, enraged because her temple had been desecrated, transformed Medusa into a fearsome being. What was her beautiful hair? It became a nest of snakes. Her skin took on a greenish tone, and her gaze became lethal. Anyone who looked directly at her would turn into stone. Desperate and horrified by her transformation, Medusa fled to the most remote corner of the world, to a rocky and desolate island. There she lived, alone and cursed, turned into a monster feared by everyone. The years passed, and the story of Medusa reached the ears of the brave Perseus, son of Zeus and a mortal princess called Danae. Polydectes, the king of Sapphires, desired Perseus' mother, so he sent him on an impossible mission to bring the head of Medusa with the intention of getting rid of him. Without weapons or direction, the young hero launched into the adventure, not knowing that the gods were watching him from Olympus. Hermes, the swift messenger, and Athena, the goddess of wisdom, descended before him. Hermes gave him winged sandals, so he could run like the wind, while Athena gave him a bronze shield as polished as a mirror, so that Perseus could see Medusa without looking directly at her. But these gifts were not enough. To face the Gorgon, he needed even more help. Following Athena's words, Perseus traveled to the dark abode of the Graias, 3 elderly sisters who shared a single eye and a single tooth. Cunningly, he snatched their eye and demanded information about the nymphs who possessed the ultimate divine gifts. After obtaining the answer, he reached the Stygian nymphs, who gave him 3 crucial objects: an adamantine sword forged by Hephaestus himself, the god of forging and smithing, a magical saddle bag capable of safely containing Medusa's head, and most importantly, Hades' helmet of invisibility, which would allow him to move without being seen. With these gifts, Perseus was ready to face his destiny. In the depths of a ruined temple, surrounded by statues of warriors turned into stone, Perseus descended stealthily. Moonlight filtered through the cracks in the ceiling, casting eerie shadows. Medusa and her 2 sisters, Stheno and Euryala, were asleep, but only Medusa was mortal. His snake hair moved as he slept, his scaly skin reflecting a sinister glow. Perseus advanced without being detected. His steps were light, his breathing contained. In her hand, Athena's shield reflected the image of the beast. With a last breath, he raised his sword and, with one last movement, Perseus cut off his head. A torrent of blood gushed from his body, and 2 magnificent beings were born: Pegasus, the winged horse, and Chrysaor, a giant warrior. Medusa's head was given to Athena, who placed it on her shield, the powerful Aegis, as a warning to all her enemies. And thus ended the story of Medusa, a woman who unjustly suffered the wrath of a goddess because of the crimes of a lustful god.